Hey everybody, welcome back to Coffee with the Mom. So today I'm just going to be talking a little bit about like the anxieties and stuff of Christmas and how ways that I've learned to kind of alleviate some of the stress for myself, because I do have a lot of anxiety, and then once I get overwhelmed and if I wait too late, then I stop doing it. Like, it's just too much. Everything piles up around me. So here are just ways that I've personally figured out that it helps myself. I just wanted to share them with you. They may help you, they may not, but I just wanted to share them. Okay, so first, I like to plan ahead. And when I mean plan ahead, I plan a couple months ahead. Like September or October, I kind of start writing down a list of everybody's name that I'm going to buy gifts for, and with a couple ideas next to it about what they may like, making sure I ask them what they like or what they want. I don't have a big list. I normally buy for my family pretty much, and you know, those are the people that I feel like when we're on a tight budget, which I am, you kind of need to narrow everything down and keep things in perspective money-wise, because if you don't, it can just get way out of control. If you can, go, by all means, go out of control. It's Christmas. So if you get like a notebook, or like I have my planner that has a bunch of things in it. I mean, I write down to like what day I'm going to do everything, and I make sure I stick to it. If something does come up, I do leave extra days open for myself to make up those things, or I try and get them done when my son's taking a nap, because my husband works during the day and I work a little bit later at night. So if my son's taking a nap and it wasn't planned that I was going to do that day, I sometimes get ahead. And then you can have your lazy days too, because sometimes it is just very overwhelming to try and do so much. Let's see. I also try, since we are on a tighter budget, and I don't buy for a lot of people, I will try and get at least 1 or 2 gifts a week, whether it's ordering them or it is going out and purchasing them. This year I did get a couple things from one place, and the prices were amazing, and they shipped them, and it was great, and they had so much cool stuff. So that worked well for me this year. I got like 4 or 5 people done. Let's see. Also, if you need to set a budget for yourself and make it a firm budget, and just make sure that you don't go over that budget, because I feel like, which I do it too, I'm like, oh, well, I need this, and it'd be nice if they had a little bit of extra, and that's fine. And again, if you can do that, that's great. I don't really have the extra money to play with, so I make a budget and I stick to it, because I have to. I also get my Christmas cards early. I always order them at least in November. They always have, like, Groupon or like Shutterfly always has deals, and they normally will come with the envelopes too. I think on Groupon, I can't remember the name of the place, I paid $12 for the Groupon and I got 40 cards, and then I had to pay $12 for shipping because I wanted them a little bit faster. But for me, $24 isn't a lot for 40 cards. I'm sure that there's great deals out there too that everybody else can, but that was just the one that I did. And the company got them to me fast, so it was great. And let's see what else. If you are trying to save a little bit of money, and I know, like, if your kids are in school or whatever, you can always, instead of getting gift cards for like $10, $15, make cookies and make candies. I do that and I give them out to people. It does take a little bit more time, but if your kids are old enough, you can do it with your kids, and you're spending time with your kids. You can invite family members over, like my grandmother is coming over to help us do cookies. So it's also, especially with this time of year, it's great to spend time with your family, and if you're getting something done in the process and spending time with your kids, it's great. I mean, it's going to be a mess, yes, but when you have kids, you know that your life, things are going to be a mess. Nothing is perfect when you have kids. So, I mean, if you just go into it where it's going to be a weekend or a fun day or two of doing that, and you just kind of let things go, let it go. It's the holidays. You have enough stress. So I think that is a great way to save a little bit of money. Now, when I do that, I do about 6 cookies and I do 4 different like candy type of things. The candies are normally like the easiest thing. Like, I do like peanuts, chocolate covered peanuts, and like chocolate covered cashews, and I do like the peppermint bark with the white and the chocolate on top. I mean, and I do chocolate covered pretzels. That is so easy and so quick to do. That might not be something you want to do with your kids if they're not maybe if they're like 10, that's not because you're dealing with the hot chocolate. But decorating cookies is great. So what I normally do is I go through my pantry and I look at what I have, like, and what each cookie needs, and I go through and I make sure I have all of that stuff. Whatever I don't have, I make a list and I keep it in my wallet. So every time I do grocery shopping once a week, or if I end up running to Target or Walmart or anywhere like that, I try and pick up at least 1 or 2 things that I need. So I'm not rushing to the store and buying everything at once, and then you're forgetting things and then you have to run out. To me, that like causes me a lot of stress. I like to have everything ready to go a week or 2 in advance, because it takes stress off of me, especially this time of year. And I have bad anxiety, so I can't really deal with it when everything gets crazy. So, another thing that I do too is I make some of the cookies in advance and I do freeze them. Some people don't like to do that. I feel like if you do it maybe a couple weeks in advance, that's okay. I mean, they're gonna come out, they're still fresh. You freeze them when they're fresh, they're fine. We do like a little chocolate cream cheese cookie, and they're, circular little things, and that it makes about 40 of them. And I freeze them. And then I did the cutouts over this past weekend and I froze them. So it also, that alleviates mess and time, and decorating is the fun part. So that's what that's the best thing to do. I feel like it helps me out. Let's see, with the cards, I'm super lazy. So after I get out of work, I will write some out, like Christmas cards. I'll write them out while I'm laying in bed, while I'm watching something. Because then you're not like stressing about it, you're not sitting at the table, and you're comfortable, and you can just kind of do a couple a night, and if you start early enough, you'll have them all done, and then you can send them out whenever you send them out. With wrapping, you could do the same kind of thing, get a couple done a night, or like me, I just do a marathon wrap, and I'll wrap for a good couple of hours if it takes me that. Another thing with that, you can buy these. I have these boxes here. These boxes are super cute, and if you get them after the holidays, they're super cheap. I was given these from my mom and grandmother and stuff like that, but they're super, super cute. These are just a couple of them. I have a lot. I'm starting to do like hoarder status almost, so it's kind of like I need to give them away. And then also for the candies and stuff, I have cute tins that also my grandmother, because she gives us candy and stuff, like these ones. But you can also buy these after the season, and they're super cute and they're cheap. So you can get them super, super cheap after the fact. And let's see. And then I also, at Joann's, they have for candies and cookies and stuff, you can get cute little bags. So it don't have to be like kiddish. Like these are really, I think, really, really cute bags. These are for bread, but I don't do bread, but the cookies will fit just fine. And these are 50% off. I mean, normally through the whole holiday season, Michael's and Joann's and Hobby Lobby, everything is 50% off. So I do that. And let's see. We don't have a chimney, so like for the night of Christmas Eve and all that stuff, because that can be a very hectic day also. We don't have a chimney. So what my mom just found, and I think this is so cute. So if you can read it, so it's like a secret kind of magical key that Santa has to come into your house. So that's the way if a kid asks, oh, well, we don't have a chimney, what do we do? You can do that key, and you don't have to get that exact one. You can find a cheap key, like I said, at Joann's, wherever, and make it your own. Put glitter on it, do whatever you want. You can put your kid's name on it, and you can just tell them that, when you bring it out, just say, oh, the elves brought this. Make sure, I'm going to probably put it on our front door so that Santa can come in the house. I think that's a great idea. I think that's super cute. I would have never thought about that. This is also, I don't know if any of you guys know about Mackenzie Child, but they're amazing. It is very expensive, so I go to the barn sale and I get things super, super cheap, but they only do it once a year. But this is the Christmas cookie set. So you put them out for Santa, and then they have the reindeer, and then you put the cup of milk in there. I think that's a great idea. I'm sure you can find cheaper ones. My mom got us that, and I think that's super cute, and that's another thing you could do. Also, for older kids, I don't do this with my son yet. My mother used to do it with me and my sister when we got a little bit older. I would say like 5 or 6 and up. Because kids are going to get up super early in the morning. 6, 5, 4. They're excited. Of course they are. What my mom used to do is put our stockings by our bedroom door. So when we would get up in the morning, we would bring those in our room, and there would be books, socks, toys, candy, and stuff like that. And she said to us, like, if you want to set a specific time, hers was 7, and she said, all right, you got to stay in your room, but you can't come out, you can't come and wake us up until it's 7 o'clock. So that would keep me and my sister occupied until 7 o'clock, or until they wanted to come in and get us. So it's just a nice way for you to be able to sleep in a little bit more, because Christmas is such a hectic day. Now, if you are the type of person that can go all day without any sleep, and you can be happy and fun and nice and jolly to everybody, I wish I could be like that. I need coffee, I need my sleep, because that is a long, exhausting, very, very big day, and I will get nasty if I don't get my sleep. I mean, right now, again, like, he's so little, I can't really do that because he doesn't understand. But when they do, like I said, when they get a little bit older, that's just a way to help you out so you can sleep a little bit. And it worked for my mom, so I'm definitely going to be doing that with my son once he gets a little bit older. Let's see. For my son, what I will do with his Christmas presents is I will wrap them from Santa. I will wrap them in Santa paper, so you don't have to put a tag on it, and you don't have to waste time remembering whose gift is whose if you like wrap and forget to do that. All of his gifts from Santa have some sort of Santa on them, Santa's face, all that type of stuff. My mom used to do that again, and I think that that's a really cute, easy way to differentiate from Santa's gifts and the gifts that you give or your family gives to your child. I just think that, because then they know and they look and they say, oh, Santa gave me this one and this, so you don't have to keep going, oh, who's this from, especially when the paper is a-flying. It's a crazy day again. So I just think that helps. And I would get the Christmas boxes, I would get them after the holidays. I think I already said that though. And another thing that I kind of want to touch on too, is you can say no to your family for things. December is a busy month for a lot of people. Especially if you work full-time. I work part-time. I work 5 days a week, but it is a stressful time of year. Anxiety and depression is a serious thing. And I think that people that don't have it or don't deal with some sort of that, they don't get it. So you need to do what's best for you and your family, and you need to make sure that you are healthy and happy before you try and make somebody else in your family happy. So if you already have something planned, like making cookies or wrapping gifts, or you just want a day to relax, that is okay. And you don't have to give them an explanation. If they ask you why, you just tell them, we need a family day. If you have something planned with your children that you just want to do with your children, and you want to experience it with your children and your significant other, or just you and your child, and they want to come and you don't want them, don't let them take that moment away from you. It is okay to say no. If you want them there, that's great. Have them there. I just know that I want to keep some things for just us, and maybe in a couple years when we do stuff, we'll invite other people. But you know what? I only get to raise my child one time. So, and I don't plan on having any more. So for me, this time is precious. And if I want to do something with him and I don't want a ton of people there, I'm not going to have them. And don't feel guilty about it either. Don't try and make up time, because then again, you're going to go right back into these issues of stressing yourself out. you have a whole nother year coming. You have all of January, which is normally fairly easy. You know, so if they want to do something, make it after the holidays because it's okay. And I just want people to know that because I feel like, especially as parents, we are trying to, especially around the holidays, please everybody and everybody in our family. And sometimes, you know, it's hard to get out the door. And if you're late, and if the timing doesn't work for your family, like my son, he sleeps from about 12 until 2:30. So for me, if it's not super early or if it's not later on in the day, I'm not waking him up from his nap. I don't like to, you know, his family lives an hour and a half away. So it's very hard for us to like figure out when he's going to wake up and when he's going to do this. And let me tell you, when he doesn't get his nap the next day, they're not dealing with that crazy toddler that's grumpy and angry and screaming and yelling all day. We are. And sometimes if I know he can be happy, why am I going to make my kid a crabby the next day? Like, sometimes you just need to do it for your own sanity, and it's okay. And you know what? If they're mad, let them be mad. Let them be mad. They'll get over it. They're your family. And if they're close enough and they love you, they will be fine. And so I know this is getting a little long. I'm sorry. I just want people to know that it's okay to do your own thing. And if you need extra time to do stuff, do it for yourself, because when you're happier, your family is happier. And I've had to learn that. It took me till now, until almost 2.5 years old, to figure that out. So I hope everybody has a great day, and I hope anybody can like take something out of this video, whether it's helping with organizing, situating things. But yeah, those are things that help me. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you later. Bye!